Hey guys, I'm HOJ. I took a much needed break here, but I'm very excited to be back and excited to be doing a draft here for Lorwyn Eclipsed. So let's go ahead and jump in. I just took a very brief sort of look at the cards. So just full disclosure, guys, we're going to be shamelessly rare drafting, but after that, we're going to be trying to kind of build a deck that hopefully can do okay, maybe get a couple wins. But yeah, definitely trying to fill out my collection. So we're going to be taking most rares. All right, the rare here is Loch Mare, which could be fun in blue, but yeah, it's kind of an interesting card here. Enters with 3 -1/-1 counters on it, and then you can pay 1 blue and 1 other to remove a counter to draw a card, or pay 1 blue and 2 other to remove 2 counters and then tap target creature and put a stun counter on it. So pretty actually powerful rare here, even though we are, again, just going to be rare drafting. Other cards in the pack, let's take sort of a bigger view here. We do also have Eclipsed Elf, which is kind of a nice decent card here to kind of set you up in green-black. We have Feed the Flames, which is a nice common removal. Eclipse Kithkin can be good in like Selesnya. And yeah, Mirror Sky Swimmer has actually been pretty good as well. So, all right. Grabbing our first rare. Okay, so now there's no rare in the pack. In pack 2, we have Deep Channel Duelist. So we could go potentially like blue-white, Merfolk, which might be kind of fun. We also have a Marrow Sky Swimmer, which is pretty good. Silver Gill Peddler, so maybe one of these will come back. And then we also have Nameless Inversion, which is very good removal. We also have Bogslither's Embrace, so some decent black removal here as well. And then Heirloom Auntie, and then Giantfall, which is a nice kind of fight spell. Actually, it's a sort of a punch spell in red. So I think I'm going to just pick up the Nameless Inversion. I think this is the best card in the pack, and then we'll just kind of see if anything sort of goes from here. We could also go for like the Duelist if we wanted to try to be blue-white, but I think I'm just going to just pick the best card and then just sort of see what sort of settles out. All right, here we're going to take the rare Goliath Daydreamer, which is actually a decent card. It's a 4/4 for 4 giant wizard, and whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell from your hand, you can exile it with a dream counter on it instead of putting it in your graveyard. And then whenever this creature attacks, you may cast a spell from among cards you own and exile with dream counters on them without paying its cost. So if you have like a couple spells, instant or sorceries, you can get sort of double value with this. We do also have Feed the Flames here, which is a nice removal in red. Explosive Prodigy is a decent uncommon, and it can help you kind of get a little bit of early damage here against maybe another like 1 or 2 drop. Other than that, we have Reluctant Downguard is okay, but yeah, we're just going to take the rare. Okay, no rare in this pack. Feed the Flames is probably what's sort of jumping out at me as probably the best card. Gallant Fowlknight is also nice in sort of the white-green Kithkin deck. Gives you kind of a nice little +1/+0 and first strike until end of turn. We also have like a green punch spell, Flame-Chain Mauler, so probably between like some of these are all decent. I think I'm probably just going to take Feed the Flames though. It is a very solid removal and it can deal with almost anything at 5 damage. So we'll take that and see what's up next. All right, another rare. If I wasn't going to take the rare, we would probably look at Pummeler for Hire is actually pretty good. It's a nice 4/4 for 4 that is Vigilance, Reach, Ward 2, and you gain 4 life or more if you have a giant with greater power. And other than that, we have like Great Forest Druid can help us kind of speed out in green. Shore Lurker is decent, kind of mid-range flyer in white. We have some bounce in blue. And yeah, so we're just going to go ahead and take the rare. All right, no rare in this pack. We have another Feed the Flames. I think I'm just going to take that. It is a little expensive, but it does deal with almost anything. If it wasn't for this, I would maybe take like the Surly Farrier, which is a nice kind of 2-drop, can help you kind of get a little bit more value on your creatures. Other than that, Flamecaster's okay. Blackthorn can be decent. And then we have, like, I guess, like a little bit of a trick from Appeal to Erdu, and Dawnhand is probably just sort of medium. All right. Iron Shield Elf is a pretty nice 2-drop. That it's like a 3/1. You can make it indestructible by discarding a card and tapping it. Cards in this pack that are pretty good. We've got Timid Shieldbearer. I think I might just take the Flame-Chain Mauler since we have some red already, which is a decent 2-drop. The Safe Right Cavalry is pretty good in green. Lissalon Informant's also quite good. So I think these might be a little bit stronger cards, but I'm just going to go ahead and take the red now since we are starting to get a decent amount of red. And yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and grab, let's see, is this a rare? No. All right, I'm going to grab another Feed the Flames here. I will take as many of these as they give me. Yeah, instant 4 mana, deal 5 damage, and exile. Seems pretty good to me. Other than that, we've got like Wayfarmer, so maybe like green or white is open. Moonglove Extractor is fine as well. But yeah, we're just going to go ahead and take red and then just see what else opens up. Looks like green might be open. Here, I think I like the Crossroads Watcher, just sort of like a decent 3/3 for 3 that has trample, and you can get a little bit more by playing more creatures. The Preacher is a fine 2-drop. I think that, I guess I don't know if red-white or red-green is better, but I think we have kind of our option between green and red, or green and white. Heirloom Auntie, this actually goes with our Nameless Inversion. This is a very decent 3-drop, so maybe we shift over into like red-black. Wary Farmer's fine. Yeah, I guess we'll just go with black here. I think that the Berserkers are okay, but we don't have that many. I guess I don't know how many Berserkers or like goblins there are, so we're just going to go with this Scarblade here. I do also think that the equipment is fine. All right, Stoic Grove-Guide. We're kind of sort of committing into what looks like red-black. And this is a fine 2-drop. All right, there's our rare, the Bristlebane Battler, which is a 6/6 for 2 with Trample and Ward 2, and it comes in with 5 -1/-1 counters on it. And then whenever another creature you control enters, while this has a -1/-1 counter, you can remove a -1/-1 counter from it. So it grows as you play more creatures. If this was not in the pack, I think we'd probably just go ahead and take Giantfall. Giantfall's decent removal. Could also take Gnarlbark Elm. This is another, it's like sort of like a little bit of removal on a creature, so maybe this is actually better. So yeah, probably take like the Elm if this wasn't here. And then maybe we get back like a Feisty Spikeling or Giantfall, probably not. Maybe Scarblade's Malice, something like that. All right, now we are probably going to be taking, yeah, let's see, no rare, we have another Heirloom Auntie. So whenever creatures that we control die, we can surveil one, then remove a -1/-1 counter. Giantfall is nice, kind of sort of a punch spell. We could use Kulrath's Zealot. Having about one of these in their deck is pretty nice. Could go for Reaping Willow, although this is a little expensive to try to do for triple black. A little hard to cast. I think I might just go for the Giantfall. I guess we already have 3 Feed the Flames. Maybe I'll just take the Auntie here. Yeah, we have a Nameless Inversion, so we already have a lot of removal. So maybe just a couple more creatures feels pretty good. All right, here I think we want the Iron Shield Elf. This is just a really nice early aggressive creature that you can protect very easily. Otherwise, there is Darkness Descends, so you can do -2 or -1, put 2 -1/-1 counters on each creature. So sort of a nice kind of blanket effect. The Boggart is certainly fine as well, but I think the Iron Shield Elf is going to be the best bet here. All right, another rare, Collective Inferno. I'm not sure if it's playable. Yeah, I guess we can choose a creature type and then double all sources of damage that would deal. So if that wasn't here, I'd probably just take another, like, maybe Flame-Chain Mauler. Yeah, I think the dagger is fine also since it makes a shapeshifter. Then you can kind of, you know, this is okay, I guess, but probably Mauler here if not for the rare. All right, I do like Hovel Hurler. Let's see how we're doing on our curve. So, yeah, I guess we don't have much of a curve yet. I guess we have a decent number of 2-drops. I think Hovel Hurler is really nice, gets us a lot of decent value, can help fly things over for victory. We're doing okay on 2-drops. I think we have... Yeah, I think I'll just grab the Hovel Hurler here. If not, we could go for like the Flame-Chain Mauler. All right, I'm going to get rid of the other colors just so we can kind of see clearly what we're looking at. All right, another rare. If not for the rare, probably just take the Creekwood Safe Right. It's a 5/5 with 3 -1/-1 counters. And then at the beginning of your end step, there's an elf card in your graveyard, and it has a -1/-1 counter. You can remove it. Otherwise, maybe just like Boggart Prankster or something like that. Okay, we have Goat Nap here. We also have, I think I'll probably just take the Mischievous Sneakling, just a 2/2 changeling with flash. This is a little bit too hard to cast, I think. Goat Nap is nice, just because if there's a lot of shapeshifters, you can get a little pump. But I think it's better if you have like sacrifice effects. Then you can take something, use it, and then sacrifice it. All right, here we have Elder Auntie, which I like. We also have Moonglove Extractor, and then Gangly Stompling. I think these are all good. We're not really going for a certain creature type, so I think I'm just going to go for the 2 creatures in one package. All right, we have a Giantfall here. Actually, a lot of decent cards. Scarblade's Malice is nice. Warren Torchmaster can help give us haste on creatures, which is also great on a 2-drop. So I think I'll take the Giantfall here, but maybe in the future, I guess, okay, if I knew I had another one coming, I would probably take the first one. And then, you know, I would have taken the 2/2 there, but that's fine. We're just going to have a decent amount of removal. Darkness Descends. I think we have enough removal here. Let's just go for the Bile-Vial Boggart. And kind of a nice little 5/4 with a little bit of extra utility after it dies. All right, we have a Disruptor of Currents for our rare. Actually, I guess we have Ashling Rekindled. And this, so 2 rares here. I guess we'll go for the one we can play. And what else have we got? If I weren't taking these, I think there is, let's see, a Wretched Wretch. I guess this comes back if you can put -1/-1 counters on it. Probably just take another Heirloom Auntie here. And then Flame King Guildweaver is okay, but not that exciting. All right, we have another rare, Raiding Schemes. And I think, yeah, if not for taking the rare here, I would probably take like Boulder Dash. Does 2 damage to any target and then 1 damage to another target. So you can get a little bit of potentially like 2 for 1 there. Otherwise, there is Dawnhand Eulogist, which is certainly fine, but nothing exciting. And that's about it. I guess this Barbed Bloodletter is okay as well. Okay, another rare. I guess 2 Ashlings. All right. After, if not for the Ashling, there's another Feed the Flames or a Flame-Chain Mauler. I think we probably have enough removal, so we'd probably just take the Flame-Chain Mauler at this point. But that's, yeah, it would be one of those 2. But, I mean, Ashling is decent as well. Okay, no more. Do we have another rare? No. Okay, so now I think we'll just take another Feed the Flames. Bogslither's Embrace is also good. This just exiles a creature and blights one, so it is cheaper. This is an instant, which is really nice. I guess we don't have too many 4-drops. Maybe we'll mix it up a little bit and just get the ability to exile. Okay, there's another Feed the Flames, my god. How many creatures do we have? We have 15 creatures. Okay, so I think we're all right on creatures. We're just going to have all of the removal in the world. All right, now, even though there's another Feed the Flames here, I'm just going to take the 2/2 because this is kind of ridiculous at this point. We have 4 Feed the Flames, and we need some pressure. All right, Heirloom Auntie is fine, certainly. I think I'm just going to take the Mauler, though, just be a little bit aggressive. Okay, I guess I'll take another Feed the Flames. Let's see, is this a rare? No. Auntie's Sentence is okay. This also is like a -2/-2. So we could use this, I suppose. I think Feed the Flames is just, it's just really good. I think we're just gonna, it's just, 5 is probably enough at this point. So here we'll take the Auntie. Flaring Cinder is fine. It's a little harder to cast than Auntie, so I think I'll pick up the Auntie. Auntie's Sentence is fine as well, but we have tons of removal. And here we'll just grab a Eulogist and a Dose of Dawnglow, which I don't think we're going to play. And yeah, that's going to be the deck. Just waiting for our last card here. So yeah, we got some cuts to make. We have a lot of removal, like an obscene amount of... Actually, I will play this last pick here. Nice little 2-drop. All right, so what do we have? We have... let's see. Lots and lots of... of removal. Okay, Collective Inferno, we're probably not playing that. And I don't know if we need to play all of our 5-drops. What else have we got here? I like our 2-drops so far. Do we want to play 2 Ashlings? It's fine. I think I might cut one of them. This is still quite good, but helps us play a lot more 4s and 5s. If we had like a bigger 4 and 5s, it might be better. But it's certainly fine. This is typically, I think this is like a lot better, like a red-blue deck, an Izzet deck. All right. I'm not sure actually if we're going to play the Ashling. I think we have enough other stuff going on. It does help us. I guess we can draw and discard. But I think I'm not sure if I'm going to play it. Although it is good with these Feed the Flames. Stoic Grove-Guide. All right, let's see. What are we at now? Got a couple more cuts here. I think we might play 16. I mean, this is definitely like just like a lot of early game and then some removal at the top. Maybe we play 17 and run so, you know, but I could see like if we ended up cutting like this and like the Eulogist and it just like kept these 2 and like the burn at the top end, playing 16 land. Or we could play 17 and maybe like cut like the Boggart. I think everything else is pretty good. Yeah, I guess I'll just cut Boggart here. We have 14 creatures, so I think we'll just run it like that. And that's the deck. All right, let's jump in for round 1. Just kind of curious how many rares we picked up here. All right, we picked up 3, 7, God, 8. Yeah, 8 or so rares, so yeah. I'm just surprised that we saw that much burn flying around, though. All right, no red mana, which doesn't feel great, but we do have some early game. I try not to mulligan unless it's absolutely necessary. I think we can keep this and just kind of just hope we get some red. So we'll see how it goes. Got an Auntie on 3. Okay, they've got a Gristle Glutton. We have a lot of swamps here, but no mountains yet. Okay, another Rakdos deck. And they have the Gnarlback Elm, which is pretty good. All right, a little bit of red mana is very welcome. Can do Giantfall. I think we want to do that before they can let their Elm sort of do its thing. Well, I suppose we could attack and see if they want to, like... I guess they're just going to block with the Glutton anyways. Oh, you know, we need to do that in the middle of combat, right? So this thing has a +1 attack. All right, let's take out their Gnarlback Elm. Guess they can blight it on the way out. It's a pretty nice combo, actually, the Glutton with the Gnarlback Elm. Just kind of give it more counters, then keep removing them, and yeah, it's a pretty nice combo. Alright, I think we can lose a card here. We got lots of swamps. Yeah, I think we just want to get Auntie going. This way, if they want to trade with the Prankster, then we can start taking some counters off of Auntie. And I guess they've had enough of Auntie's nonsense. Now we can make our Boggart Prankster a 3/3. Although we are going to be taking a little bit of damage here. So we're pushing 3 and then we would be taking 4. So maybe it's better just to like sit back and double block. That actually, I think it might be a little bit better. It's not as exciting, but saves us a little bit on the health. Man, the Gristle Glutton is actually really good with the Wretched Wretch. This is just a really nasty combo. Yeah, because now if we double block it, they're just going to give it a -1/-1, and then it'll trade with one of these and come right back. Whew. Otherwise, we're taking 7. I think we still need to do it, though. Yeah, this Gristle Glutton is really quite good in this Rakdos setup. Oh yeah, I suppose they can do that and then just get them both, or get the one of the pranksters. That works too. Alright, now they're tapped out. I think we can just feed the flames to get rid of the Wretch. We are still taking the Dream Caesar, but I think that's okay. Now if they've got removal for our Iron Shield Elf, it's going to be unfortunate, but I think we just want to get it down. And we can attack for 1 with our Boggart Prankster. So here we're just hoping to draw into some more of our burn for their Dream Caesar. Okay, unfortunately we can't cast our Daydreamer, but we do have something for Iron Shield Elf now. And I think we're just going to sit back with Prankster since they've got Glutton. We can use this to block the Prodigy. So now we are just racing with the Dream Caesar, hoping to get there. Yeah, I'm very impressed with the interaction with the Gristle Glutton and kind of some of these other cards here in black. Alright, Flame-Chain Mauler. So we can attack with both now. Alright, unfortunately we don't have the second red for the Goliath Daydreamer, so we're just going to use that to make this indestructible. And they can tweeze it here. Trying to decide if we just want to let it go because we can use this in pump. So I think they'd be left with their 1/1. Yeah, this will take mana to use this. I guess we'll just keep it rolling. Now they can Gristle Glutton it. And they have Nameless Inversion to go with it. Kind of getting down to the wire here. Their cards are going a little farther, which, I mean, we're getting used to this set, and also we are rare drafting, so it is, yeah, unfortunately we're just going to lose in the air here, but, alright, that is round 1. Didn't quite get there. Hoping to rare draft a little bit here just while trying to fill out the set, and then kind of shift to out of rare drafting. Alright, round 2. Opening hand looks good. We've got both colors of mana, which is nice. Have a bunch of removal. Yeah, Boggart Prankster is very kind of middling. And I'd much rather start here at the Scarblade Scout. Okay, Tam, Mindful First Year. This guy can protect other creatures. Basically, he can make anything hexproof just by tapping it, making it all colors, and then essentially making it hexproof. Notably, if you have artifact removal, it'll still work, but that's otherwise you need to kill Tam first. I do like the Wayfinder, just helping you find kind of a land on 3 seems pretty nice. It's not attached to a great body, but I think that's okay. I think I want to get creatures down. We could like burn Tam right now, but I'm not super worried about that. I think instead we're just going to get creatures going. and then see if he wants to trade. He's tapped out, so I'm not sure what he's thinking about here. I will say that Heirloom Auntie seems like it would be a little better if I had some of like the maybe some of the cards that like our last opponent was playing with was pretty good. Alright, now we can Giantfall and kind of get in with both. And then just play like a Prankster. They've got mana up, so they might have tricks, but I guess we'll start here and see what happens. We're going to use the Scarblade Scout here. That way, if they decide to kill it, we can buff up our Auntie a little bit. Alright, and then we'll play a Prankster, which is nice because we can use that to have Auntie gain an attack power. So there's a little bit of a combo there. Not a huge combo, but it's something. Curious what they have here. Okay, Sneakling is trading with Auntie. Okay. Okay, so Sapling Nursery is really, really good. They can make 3/4 Treefolk whenever they play a land, which is kind of amazing. Whew. And then they can use it to make Treefolk and Force indestructible. And since this is a Treefolk, this can also be made indestructible. But we don't need to kill anything yet. Let's just push. And we'll save our Feed the Flames for the first Treefolk. Oh my lord. This is going to be a couple Treefolk. I guess depending on how the ordering goes. Yep, 2 Treefolk. Alright. We are now using our Feed the Flames on his lands, essentially. I guess he's got Swamp, so maybe we hang on to like the extra land here. Oh lord, an Evolving Wilds, good god. Oh. Gonna have lots and lots of tree folk. Okay. So I guess we get rid of the Shimmer Creep here. No good attacks though, so let's just play out the Auntie. But yeah, Sapling Nursery can definitely take over a game, for sure. Alright, we're gonna have to start dealing with these tree folks. I guess we can double block. Okay, we've got a Mischievous Sneakling of our own. So we can feed the flames and get in for a little bit of damage. The Shimmer Creep's going to be hard to deal with. Feed the flames deals with it cleanly, but then we have this 3/4. I guess maybe we just play the Sneakling and try to set up for the next turn. This way I guess we're dropping him down to 11. But if we play Sneakling, we don't really have... I guess we can like triple block. It's just a little awkward. We're at 26, maybe we just press the advantage here. Oof, that's a beating. Okay. So now he untaps the Shimmer Creep, and he's going to double block and take out our entire team. Whew. Yeah, and Sapling Nursery is really doing work here. Sneakling plus Giantfall. I think we're just taking a little bit too much. We can try to hopefully draw into something, but it's not looking good for our heroes. I think we are going to Sneakling and just punch the Glamourite just to get it out of the air. Could also use this to just try to deal with one of the tree folk, but oh man. Whew. Yeah, we are running out of gas here. Definitely seems like a very, very good rare. Little mana war, and they can drain us out. That'll work. Alright, that's gonna do it. This might be a very, very short draft. Currently 0-2. All right, opening hand looks good. Let's try it out. No creatures, but we got some removal. Hopefully we don't have to use removal on every land our opponent plays. But yeah, there do seem to be some very strong bombs in this format. I did a draft where there was the opponent had the 7 mana, I think 2 white and 5 other giant that turns all of your creatures into 1/1s with no abilities. That card is a complete and utter bomb. Yeah, I was in very good board position, and then all of a sudden I had a bunch of 1/1s. So that card is pretty crazy. Green and white seem pretty good, just sort of right off the cuff. But I think that our first opponent was really using Rakdos colors well, with all the blighting and the drawing cards, and yeah, there were some nice synergies there. Okay, that's one we definitely want to take out. Actually, never mind. They don't have it in their yard yet, so it's just a 2/3. So we can get Auntie going. Okay, I guess they are deciding that it's worth a card. All right. We have 2 pieces of very good removal. I would like to play the Auntie this turn, and I think the Hurler is really quite good if we can get to it. So maybe I lose like the Embrace. Not sure if that's correct, but I think these creatures are pretty good. I guess maybe Auntie's not that amazing. We can attack with a 2/2, but it's just not that incredible. So maybe we just... But then we have no other plays. I think I'll just lose the Embrace here and see how it goes. Okay, Auntie is a goblin. So is this. So we can use the Prankster here to ensure that we can attack with all of them, because they're planning to play the 4/2 this turn. Otherwise, we could just attack and then use Feed the Flames on it and just push through. Push 6. But I think the Boggart Prankster here is fine. We would have to trade depending on how they block. If we want to keep our Iron Shield Elf, maybe one of these 2. Excuse me. All right. We'll give the 1/1 the buff so that everything can trade. Alright, yeah, the Hurler is quite good, but we don't have the mana for it yet. I think Feed the Flames is also going to deal with whatever they play, so I think I'm just going to get rid of the Hurler here and just keep going. So we get a little bit of tempo. Yeah, very impressed with the Iron Shield Elf, though. This is... I think there was a white 3-1 that was kind of like this a couple cycles ago. That was pretty fantastic. I also do think that I'm interested in looking at, for standard, like, Suicide Black. I think there's, like, a couple really interesting cards for it. So, interested in checking that out. Here's a, I think there's a new rare that just is really interesting, which prevents your opponents from gaining life and drawing, or actually both players. And then every turn you pay 3 life and go and find a card. So it's kind of, I think it's a very fun build around idea, and I think cards like this, where is it? The Iron Shield Elf would be really good in that deck. So this game's going pretty well. We've got... Okay, so I guess the Sun-Dappled Celebrant is a little bit difficult to deal with. But I think we just attack through it and it's fine. I'll just even out the pump. So let's see, if we double pump here, that's 4, 6, 7, 9. Okay, so we'll just finish it off. I suppose I could have played the swamp here in case I draw another mountain, but I don't think it's gonna matter. Just Nameless Inversion that, and then push. Unless they've got nonsense. Sure. Still dies. Okay. Unless they have another trick. Alright. Even, yeah, it doesn't matter. The Flame-Chain would just get us there. Alright, holding on. 1 and 2. Every win is just free packs and free nonsense. So, I'm here for it. Alright, opening hand looks good. We've got stuff to do. Nice 2-drop, 3-drop. Boggart Prankster is decent at blocking. the Boggart, but I'd rather just get, I think, Flame-Chain going. I suppose if we think they're holding up like removal, I suppose we could maybe just do like the Sneakling. So maybe we should have done that. Gives them a chance to use their mana if they have it. Okay, 2/3 Death Touch. Whenever another goblin you control dies, this deals 1 damage. Okay. So no immediate kill on this thing yet. I suppose we could attack and then pump this up and they could double block. Seems like a waste of my turn though. So I think instead let's just play an Auntie. And I don't really want to just trade this for Boggart, so let's pass. All right. Still don't have enough red mana to get this going with Giantfall. So I think we just play out maybe Prankster plus possibly Sneakling. No exciting attacks here. I still don't want to trade Chain Mauler for the Curse Crafter just yet. Although I suppose now that we have Auntie going, maybe we just do it next turn with another Auntie. Okay, that is a lot. That's a lot of guys. Wow. All right, they're going for it. We could just trade Mauler for Curse Catcher. I think I'd rather just play Sneakling here, though. You're gonna do a little bit of damage to us, but I think that's okay. Let's trade. Actually, I guess we can do this a little bit differently. Okay. Just pick off a couple of these guys, and then make sure to not kill the the Bile-Vial Boggart. See if they have any kind of nonsense. All right, I don't think we need any more black. Good on that. Although, actually, I would have taken it because then I could play Auntie plus Giantfall, so that's all right. Yeah, now I'm kind of wanting that that swamp. Could still Giantfall the Curse Catcher. Just play another Auntie. Don't really want to get in just yet. I think I just play another Auntie here. Take a little bit more damage. Actually, I think maybe we just Giantfall this Curse Catcher while they're tapped out. Actually, I suppose there's no need to do it just yet. Maybe it'll affect their attack if they attack with everything, and then we'll see what happens. Okay, so if they're going to kill it, let's use it to punch the Curse Catcher first. Yeah, we've got another Auntie coming, so kind of would be nice to save one of these guys, take a little bit of damage. Maybe we just trade here, and then like try to trade later with Auntie. Drop down to 11. Yeah, I think we maybe do it like that. Okay, well that also works. Okay, Daydreamer's fun. Hovel Hurler is pretty fun too. So I think we can get him with Chain Mauler here. I guess we're at 11. We're not like super worried, but maybe we should get started here. Then we can use Hurler just to block. Could get us down to 9 potentially, unless they draw something good. Yeah, I think we'll just get started here. Okay, that's a nice pickup for them. Surprised they didn't attack. Okay, now we can play... We could play Daydreamer here. We can also use this to give something flying. Or we could just push with Chain Mauler. I think I just want to go Auntie this turn. And then maybe give our Chain Mauler +1/+0 on flying. We've got decent blocks here. Yeah, I think I like that. Okay, they are pushing. So I think we block like this and like that. Not sure what they've got here. Cinder Strike. Okay, get them both, sure. Alright, what have you got? I'm willing to see what you've got here. Death Touch? Or Wither, sure. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, Chain Mauler is pretty nice. I really like, this is like a really nice card because it's like good early, it's good late. I'm very impressed. That's gonna do it. Okay, what's going on here? Got a little bit of lag. What is going on? What the hell just happened? What in the heck just happened there? Okay. Very weird and very laggy. All right, 2 and 2. Yeah, this hand I don't want to keep though. We need red mana and most of our cards are red. Ugh. Well, this is better, I guess. Alright. Guess we'll throw back a Scarblade Scout. Okay, it's a nice pickup. I really like Gallant Informant. It's a very nice card. Gives you value on the way in and on the way out. I think we can race with this a little bit, and I think we're okay if we just like I suppose they could play like a 3-drop that we can't attack through, so maybe we're okay just trading here. Never mind. Yeah, Gangly Stompling is kind of a beating. So now the hope is we can use Feed the Flames or Giantfall if they don't kill our guy, and then get extra use out of it. We might fall kind of low, though, if they have removal. Alright, this is going to be great. Okay, so now we can punch this and then punch that. Let's see, because yeah, when we attack as it resolves... Oh, that is fun. This is pretty silly. That was some pretty obscene value. Alright, we can do it again. Could also just play the Hovel Hurler, though. I think we're fine with that. I guess we have this in case we need it. See if they've got nonsense. Nope, none of that. No, thank you. Alright, they're gonna call it a day. That works. Yeah, the giant is pretty great. Alright, 3 and 2. Climbing back. Into gold. Yeah, this draft has already paid for itself. Well, not quite, but the rares definitely helps. I think the first draft I got like 11 rares, or like 13 rares, then 11. And yeah, it's been fun. Alright, opening hand looks good. Got stuff to do. Both types of mana. Hopefully we draw some more. Nameless Inversion, which is always good. But we do need a little bit of mana here. Okay, it's right on time. Actually, I guess we could go for Auntie here first. Just go straight for Dreamer and then do some nonsense. Yeah, man, this card is just silly. I love it. Oh, he doesn't have menace until I actually pay for it. Ah, that's fine. That's fine. Cavalry, you are no match for Giantfall. So does it just like hang out there, like waiting? Oh god, that's so silly. That is such a beating. What does this thing do? So he can play Feed the Flames without paying the cost? Is that how it works? Good lord. Oh, less than or equal to the number of fairies. Okay, so you can't actually play it. That's a sorcery. Okay, sure. So we can just Bogslither Embrace, or I guess we could Nameless Inversion him if he wants to block that. Let's just do this. This will work. Actually, let's go Sneakling first, and then we can Bogslither Embrace and give it -1/-1. Let's see. Hang on. How does the targeting on this thing work again? Alright, so blight one. Okay, now we target a creature. There we go. I think I was going to accidentally kill my own Sneakling. God, that is so silly. Oh, man. Oh, the Daydreamer is funny. What a silly card. And they're just, yeah, we just have... Oh, my lord. I think our opponent doesn't feel great about it, understandably, but yeah. Goliath Daydreamer plus removal seems good. Alright, and that's going to do it. Alright, 4 and 2, we fight on. There have been quite a few silly rares so far. All right, opening hand looks great. Oh wow, we've got Iron Shield Elf to start. Sign me up. Let's get an Elder Auntie going. Yeah, I highly doubt that our opponent is going to block there. Okay, admittedly, Klachon Festival is pretty good against our Iron Shield Elf. I think we just want to, so we could feed the flames here and just get rid of this down guard, but our attacks aren't great. I think we just want to do a little bit more setup, so let's go for Auntie. And pass. Rigid's command. Okay, so he's gonna punch our Auntie. That is pretty good. I think we should take the chance to Giantfall the 2/2 before he gets more creatures. So let's start there. I guess we don't have to do it now. I guess let's play Chain Mauler. I think we just want to pass. Could have removal, or I guess you could have protection potentially, but I think that's okay. Maybe we just Giantfall and just block with a 1/1. I'm kind of in for that. I guess we could Giantfall like end of turn. It's kind of the same as getting rid of some of this stuff. Now I think we want to get Auntie going. We can maybe get the Chain Mauler in there. Guess it just depends on like they could have like a flash creature. I'm just trying to think like what has flash in. I know we're gonna get punished somehow with this Auntie, so I think I'm just gonna go for the chain. I just don't know the set well enough, but I feel like there's gotta be like some sort of flash creature. They have 3 cards; they're not doing anything. Oh, that's what it is. They can just make a creature like that. Okay. Forgot about good old on-the-board tricks with Klachan Festival. Can't attack or block. Okay, sure. They can exile it at will. Alright, time to get in there. Don't really want to trade my Iron Shield Elf for a 1/1 token. Whew, they're gonna start making 2 a turn. Good lord. Well, I guess, I mean, like with Auntie now, I suppose we can trade. It's not amazing, but we're just going to keep making guys, so maybe we just go for it. At least we have Auntie to get something out of it. Get double triggers, which is kind of nice. Okay, don't need that. Ooh, that's a good one. That one I will keep. Man, that festival is... Whew, That is nasty. No. Not the liminal hold. Oh man. Oh god, they can make 2 a turn now. Oh, alright. Tough beats. Alright, feed the flames and then Nameless Inversion. A couple options there. I don't really know how we win this game. I think this festival is just going to take over the game. So I think we actually just want to feed the flames on the Watcher, even though, just for mana efficiency here. This is going to be a... I'm not sure how we get out of this. Guess we don't need to do this now. Target creature gets +1/+1 and trample. Okay. Sure, that's fine. Or another Kithkin. Oh god, they can. Whew. All right. See, we block like this. Now we're at 6. I suppose we're stopping the most damage this way. Then we can use our 2 spells to kind of get there. There's really no coming out of this, I don't think. Because the thing is, if we Giantfall, they can just in response make a guy in +1/+1. Alright, so I think we start with Nameless Inversion. That gives it trample. Stop this, we're still taking... Okay, we're not quite dead. We're very close. And that's where the fun ends. Clutch on Festival. It's impressive. Yeah, because it seems pretty harmless just on face value, but going long, it's pretty nasty. Alright, that's where the fun ends, 3 and 3. So we got 1,400 gems and 3 packs, so almost recouped our total entry fee, plus some packs and a bunch of rares. Alright, let's see what we picked up. Alright, yeah, I got some nice ones here. And a Mistbind Click. Cool. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Again, this was the... Oh, never mind. I guess the build was in the beginning. But thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.